Matt Lenihan, Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store, our Kings, just off the flight from Turkey IBA event. Very interesting. Unbelievable.
They spent a few quid, didn't they?
Listen, shout out to the IBA. Unbelievable treatment. What a knockout.
Brilliant. I know, brilliant.
Yeah, we'll come on to Jazz, but I want to talk to you about sort of one of the main topics. So we spoke to Tyson yesterday and asked him about retirement, and he sort of hinted before the news came out earlier today. He says, look, I would come back. The only one I'll come back for, though, if I'm honest, is Alexander Usyk. He says because he's still aggrieved at the decisions, and you could tell when he's saying it, he actually is. I don't know how he's actually dealt with that loss, but then this morning it comes out and he says April 2026 there's a trilogy. What are your thoughts on that? Because you were saying the only fight really for both of him and JJ isn't them.
The fight that people, the demand exists for in that kind of size is AJ against Fury. But I understand Fury. He's been beat twice by Alexander Usyk. I know he thinks he won both fights. I don't agree with that, but they were close. And I think inside he'll want to run it back. AJ wants to run it back with Usyk, but AJ also understands he got beat twice by Usyk, and you've only got to look at the social media comments of Fury stuff to say it's all like we don't want to see that fight. We want to see, but it's it has to be personally motivating for him to return. And if that's the fight to personally motivate him, good luck.
Is it a bit disappointing in what she talks with Turkey Al-Sheikh when you see that? Because it could.
You can't think anything's final with Fury. I mean, Turkey phoned me this morning and said, look, we want AJ and Fury to return in Riyadh with kind of like a comeback fight. And then my guess is they're just going to make the fight with each other. I know Turkey Al-Sheikh. I don't believe Turkey Al-Sheikh is truly that interested in making Usyk against Fury. He wants to make AJ against Fury, but we'll see what happens.
The other part of that in Anthony Joshua, obviously, saw Big Baby Miller there. He says, look, he's been made an offer, he's turned it down. What can you tell us about that?
We've never had an offer to fight Jarrell Miller.
Whatever he says, he's turned it down in less than a week ago.
We've never had. Show me an offer.
Well, I can't.
Oh no, Jerrell Miller. Show me an offer. Do you know Jerrell Miller? I mean, listen, I don't mind a geezer. I could say so much right now, and I'll tell you what. The reality is if I was AJ, I would never, ever give that guy an opportunity. You know what? AJ actually would. But behind the scenes, anyway, we've never had an offer for Jarrell Miller. Has his name come up in a conversation? Yeah. Have we said we won't fight him? No. Have we received an offer to fight him? No. But I wouldn't. If I was AJ, fuck him.
Well, look, I spoke to Johnny Nelson and he was very complimentary of Anthony Joshua and what he's done in the sport. The one thing he did say on though, he's at this stage of the career where you can't really rely on him, and he doesn't think that, he's not, he says, you don't hear AJ saying, I want the Daniel Dubois fight, and he says that would be a bit of a concern to say, look, if you think you're sort of the best and you're at that point, you'd be asking for that Dubois rematch, and it's now like it's gone to the Fury one, which he understands. So he's saying, if you're Anthony Joshua, why would you carry on? You've made hundreds of millions.
Because physically, you still think you're in great condition. Number two, you believe you can become 3-time world heavyweight champion. 4, you love it. I mean, what? It's like all these things, And the reality is AJ's not deluded. He's not out there going, give me Dubois now, give me Fury now, I'll beat them, I'll do this. He's saying, look, I've had time out. It is a little bit of a rebuild. Mentally, I want to get myself in a good place. Physically, I've had the operation. So maybe I'll come back with that kind of fight to show you all where I'm at. So yeah, everyone's got an opinion, and we know that any time anyone has an opinion on AJ, it just blows up. And you guys, you know that better than anyone. So he's still the biggest draw in the sport.
Let me ask you quickly, Napa on the stomping ground addressed comments with regards to this complete what seems like, I don't want to say miscommunication, because actually he said, no, Eddie was quite right in what he's saying, but it sounds like it's been a bit like, I don't know, blurred lines, but what is your understanding now? Has everything been cleared up?
I don't know. I mean, I just had I had a message from Eubank's management team to say, we don't have a promotional contract with Boxer, we make all the decisions, we'll be dealing with this moving forward. So they've obviously got an internal thing going on, nothing to do with me. Turkey Al-Sheikh's let them know the date, and we look forward to September 20th.
New brand, new logo, just quickly before we sign this off. The promo was hilarious, but how much of this was your idea? Are you taking credit?
All of it, because it's gone down really well. Now, I've got to say, it has really, really gone down well, and I think I've been very pleased with it and proud of the team for what they've done. I think it looks great. You'll see today the press conference is very different. The campaign for the fighters, everything. It's just, we've always led from the front, but people evolve, people copy, people follow, and you've got to keep going and you've got to go to the next level, and that's what I feel like we've done.
Eddie, we're rushed for time, so we'll catch up later.
Cheers, mate.